Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to make an intake for a VESS Commodore. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so the other guy I work with wants an intake for his SS Commodore, and it's 3.5 inches. So we're going to make one out of stainless steel. I'm going to do some lobster cuts. Got some silicone couplers for him too, and I need to put a vacuum nipple on there, and I'll probably end up painting it wrinkle black for him. So tonight I'm going to be chopping the 3.5 inch pipe into pie cuts. I've taken a few photos of the standard intake, so I know roughly how it needs to, or the center line radius for that turn. So we'll start cutting that. We'll take it to work tomorrow, clock it and everything, tape it all up, mark it. Then I'll come back and we'll tack it and TIG it. So you'll see the finished product in this episode, guys. I'm not going to make it a part 1, part 2, part 3. Just to make a basic intake from the throttle body to the MAF. Get rid of all that baffling. Alright, I'm going to go get the miter saw, or drop saw, the big cut-off saw, and start chopping. Alright guys, there is the 3.5 inch pipe. Stainless. Looks nice. Alright, so I'm going to go to my photos and check the length so I can get that first cut at the 7.5 degrees from the throttle body. Alright guys, so what I do when I'm doing lobster cuts, I mark a line down one side, and then opposite side I mark another line. So each cut I've got to rotate it 180 degrees and cut it so we get the pie cut. We don't want that pie cut to be clocked on the same piece. We want the two different pieces to clock the angle, so we can get a nice right angle, or clock it and start doing snaky bits like what I've done on the Forester. Alright guys, so I've marked it. Might not be able to see it because of the light. There we go. So mark that both sides. That's about 45 centimeters down. Don't think we'll need that much, maybe that much. Alright, so I've cut 9 pie cuts and a straight with a 7.5. I'm going to clean them up with flap disc and see how they sit together. Nearly at the end of the disc because it's a big 3.5 inch pipe. I can still do all the other ones I normally do, but not with that one. I do have a new one, so it's okay. But yeah, let's clean up the outside so these sit all flat. Alright guys, so I've cleaned up the outside of all the pie cuts and I've stuck them together. So this is pretty much the angle that we need. Now I'm going to cut another one that I'll probably put in the middle, which is going to be twice as long. So it's going to open up so it brings it down a bit more. I do have 2 couplers that are 3 inches long. Really need to put this in the car and test it out. So yeah, I'm going to cut one that's twice as long, and I'm going to cut another one that's got a 7.5 and a bit of length, which I'll work out from the photos I took, and then I'll test fit it on the Commodore, and then I'll number all the pieces. Guys, I still need to clean up the insides. And I'm going to put a nipple in the side here for the vacuum for the PCV system, I believe. I'll probably end up doing a 90 degree. Not sure if I'm going to go a smaller nipple and cut off the original one, or go to a bigger one which is 10mm and it can plug into that and you don't have to cut anything off. I'll see what my mate wants, see how it fits up. Got there, I'm going to bead roll the ends, and that's basically where the coupler is going to go to. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow when I test fit it. Yeah, so I've got 2 more cuts to do. So I'm already at a 7.5, so I'll do the bigger one, then I'll do a straight cut. Alright guys, so I think I've got it. So I've got a double length here to straighten it out a bit. one piece, and then a 7.5 to a flat, so that would go into the MAF with a 2.5 centimeter or maybe a 1.5 centimeter gap, and then onto the MAF. So the coupler would go there, 2.5 centimeters on, same with up here, 2.5 centimeters on, 2.5 gap, 2.5 on the throttle body. So we've got a little bit of movement there. Not sure about vacuum just yet. I'm going to take a couple of little things to see which one he would prefer. Maybe even tapping it from underneath, or even just on a bit of an angle, and have it hidden. But yeah, we'll see what he would like me to do for that. And yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. I'll try to get I will get him to do some revs and stuff like that. Maybe he can take me for a drive in it. The stock went in, and when this is complete, we'll do before and after, and we'll see if there's any difference in maybe throttle response, because it's opened it up a bit, and noise. It's mainly probably just noise. We'll see. Alright guys, back at it. It's been about a week. I need to extend this end by about 20 mil, and then I'll swap that one to there. I've got this 90 degrees for the vacuum, and I thought I had a tap for a 1/4 inch BSP, but I don't. Pretty much got everything else but that, so I'm going to sort something out. Maybe because it's, I don't know, I'll work something out. Alright, so I've got the new one cut, replace that one with that one. Now we need to clean up the insides, and then we can start tacking them together and then start welding. So I'm just going to chuck some music on, and I'm going to clean up the insides. Alright guys, so I spent a couple of hours welding this up. I did blow a couple of holes in it because there's a little bit of a gap, but I thought I wouldn't be able to do it, and then I looked up here and I saw some rods. I thought they were aluminium ones, but actually stainless steel, so there's some dodgy bits underneath and around here, which is annoying because this is where that's going to be. Yeah, just cleaning up with the wire wheel, then I'll wipe it down and I'll shoot some paint onto it. Alright, got it hanging up, ready to get painted. Got the heat gun down here. I found some wrinkle black. I was worried I was doing that because there's one up here that's empty. Don't know why I got that one up there. Anyway, I'm going to put a mask on and start spraying. Alright, there we go. Paint it up. It looks a little patchy. Hopefully it wrinkles a bit more. Alright guys, next morning, it's all the same morning, just later. It's alright. As you can tell, I decided not to go for the bead roll. It's not really necessary on an NA car. Plus, the angle that we're at here, it can't really pop out. Plus, the couplers are pretty damn tight on there. So yeah, we'll chop this down and we'll take it to the Commodore. Give it a rev. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't have very good audio then because it was raining, but looks a lot better, and I believe on the exhaust side of it, it sounds a bit different. Sounds like it's got a little bit of a pop and a crackle. I don't know. And even when I was following him in my car, I couldn't really hear anything because it was still raining. So unfortunately we didn't really get any good audio clips, which is very frustrating. But yeah, hopefully he enjoys it. I'm sure I'll have some feedback on Monday when I see him next. Hose clamp wise, the The original ones didn't fit, so I had to run across the road to the auto parts shop there, and a whole $5 later I got 2 more clamps, and they were brilliant. So they were the ones that you probably saw in the photos. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and post your comments down below. And I'll catch you next episode. Bye.